Left without a home. Base reset to level 1. Vanworm with Swift, lost forever. I came face to face with the one responsible, but before I knew it, he was gone. No good story starts without falling through the world. This place appears to be a hotspot for this to happen. Looks like we're not alone down here. I opt out of respawning again, still trying to gain my bearings and figure out where to go from here. This patch was also supposed to fix clipping through objects when mounting and dismounting. Glad that hasn't been fixed. Unfortunately, Miss Glitch is still trapped in there. With no way to help, I make our way to our next base location. Someone else mentioned that bases far from spawn are still standing. While our last base was far from spawn, the logic is still sound to me. It is more convenient for hackers to target things that are near each other. I picked the dunes because I also want to gather some coal and sulfur while we're here. We may not need any now, but we will down the road and I want to be prepared. Unfortunately, one thing the patch did change was how easy it was to position the PAL box to spawn in or out of bounds. I was hoping to start the base before nightfall, but I continue trying to find a spot for the PAL box despite the cold. Oh crap. Cold, balance the heat! Come on. Crap, it's still facing the wall! I can't make the swim across, so I will need to find materials for a PAL box. Oh yeah, I have to make us a named guild again. Another thing the man with no name has taken from us. We will be unnamed forever. I spend a while gathering materials and get out a dire howl to cross the water. I get our stuff back and find a nice little spot to place our base. Being a temporary base, I have no plans of building it up. Just gaining some base levels back. As time progresses, the base gets more and more cluttered, throwing new items wherever they will fit. Speedrunning my way to being able to build a new base. I have a place in mind, though don't know if I can build there. I swing by Dune Shelter and grab the teleporter, then head east. To the secret mine shaft. I make another attempt at placing the PAL box out of bounds, but settle on placing it in the center of the room. I head back to the other base and start disassembling it. Building up our new base to be more organized since it will be a permanent base. At least until hackers get to it again. In the morning, I am struggling with losing health from heat damage, despite not overheating. The only way this stops is when I die. I am also now downed rather than die immediately, probably a side effect of the guild change. I do wonder though if this could be a way to tell if the man with no name is on or not. Like if he isn't on, will I still be down? While gathering things from the temporary base, I discover the reason for being hot and bothered in the morning. I seem to have a clone, and I take any damage that it takes. This could be an issue, but there's nothing I can do to remove it. As long as I remain mounted, I can go anywhere without dying from the clone damage, allowing me to travel quite a long distance to a teleporter. I can't use the teleporter though, sadly, forcing me to have to respawn and grab my gear. This is still far better than having to travel all the way back to the dunes, though. Time to build base 2. Another resource we will need down the road is quartz. The only quartz I know of that's not in the mountains or surrounded by high-level PAL genetic engineers is this single quartz node. So, I will build our entire base around this single quartz. I'm still suffering from hot flashes in the morning, despite looking far too young for menopause. Not even death seems to stop the heat anymore. I discover that heading to the desert base and applying overheating to myself seems to counterbug the bug and bug myself back to normal. I will probably forget that by next morning, though. I need to restock my Vixies since the last 3 PAL manufacturers are dead now. Looks like the AFK hacker has been busy building a whatever this is supposed to be. Maybe being AFK while flying is tiring, so they wanted a platform to stand on. Oh, what do we have here? Where's the other one? You. With both bases progressing nicely already and Vixies restocked, I decided to gather some teleporters and lift monks we haven't gotten to. Of course, I am now taking clone damage at night even. Well, I guess that saves me from dying from clone damage. Vanworm wouldn't die if it was from the clone. That was definitely a hacker. I'm alpaca back to the body. Taking damage from the cold without a set of clothes. And taking damage from the clone now that it's morning. I race to my body, but realize I simply don't have enough time to make it back and try logging out hoping that fixes the issue. Even though it never has before. I don't know why I would think it would now. Come on now, what kind of bullshit is this? I dire howl back to the body, taking damage from the clone. I attempt to outrun death, heading the opposite direction I came as the teleporter that way has a pathway leading to it. I make it to the teleporter, and realize I wasn't racing death at all since I literally can't die from taking clone damage while mounted. Feeling dumb, I dismount to respawn and the game disconnects. Am I the only one who saw that? I have no clue where I'm running to or why I'm running at all. I'm just running, I guess. Thankfully, my corpse is next to the teleporter. I grab my gear and then remember I can head to the other base to outbug the bug to remove the heat damage. Told you I'd forget. I journey back to the dunes to catch a Digtoise. I already have one, but I'd like another one to mine the quartz. I want my hat, so I also murder all the Toko I encounter. I think these ones are broken. I don't want to respawn. It takes a couple minutes to travel out here, and I want to murder some Toko for my damn hat. I've been on this server for far too long without it, and my head feels naked. Come on! Stupid server doesn't want to register that I'm summoning anything. Alright, man. Server's abusing me more than the hackers. Palworld itself is trolling me now. Oh, finally, damn lifesaver. Bro. Bro. Let me ride, bro. Bro. Van Worm with Swift would never disobey me like this. Get your ass down here and pick me up. I'm literally dying and you just turn around and watch the clouds pass? Bro. I'd say that maybe this is a sign to treat my pals better, but maybe they should just do their jobs better. I head out there again and get a dig toys. I spend the next day stopping by Black Marketeers and pick up another Lunaris. And then I check out Victoria's Meat Tower. This video should be sponsored by Arby's. Technically, she still lives in a 1x1. We chat for a bit. Bases near spawn have been getting hit worse than I have even, but Victoria refuses to move. This is her spot. She builds a small base so she doesn't lose many resources when it gets destroyed, and only builds benches when needed, destroying them after use to not waste anything. After a long conversation, I hop out the front door. Grabbing some meat as I leave. I stop by Chilette for the ancient technology point, and head back to the desert base so I can finally craft my hat. Victoria talking about saving resources made me come up with a new plan to protect myself from future base destruction. I discover that I can still place chests out of bounds. So, if I place a chest out of bounds near my base, but outside of my base's territory, then I can stock it with important materials for future rebuilding. All I have to do is make sure that a corner is slightly poking out so I can destroy the chest, and place some repair kits inside of it. And no matter what happens, even if the base is taken again instead of destroyed, I will always have a backup. I can't beat the man with no name at his game. So I will play my own game, and force him to play mine. Whatever comes now, I am ready. I'm commonly rare, and I'm signing off.